All right. So let's practice with the following activity with the following text.
Okay.
So remember that one of the tips that I mentioned is don't read the text. Go for the questions first. So first
Okay.
you go to the for the questions, and then you see what kind of question you have first. The first question is, into how many periods was the Stone Age divided? Tip number 2, ignore the options. Ignore the options. So don't look for the options. Imagine they are not there.
Okay.
You're going to focus on looking for this information. How many periods was the Stone Age divided? So I'm going to show you the text, and we're going to scan and skim for this information, okay? So I'm going to pass for the text, and you quickly have to read, and then you give me an answer, okay?
Okay.
All right, so let's start in 3, 2, 1, and go.
I'm ready with the first.
Okay, so the question is, into how many periods was the Stone Age divided? The next question, the next tip is, give your own answer.
Okay.
How many periods?
3. Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and Neolithic.
Okay, is the answer here, and you confirm and you check the answer, is the option B.
B.
Let's see. Yes, well done, well done. So is this period was divided into Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and Neolithic. So how many periods was the Stone Age? It's talking about the Stone Age. During the first period, the first Paleolithic age, during the Mesolithic, and then the Neolithic. No? So if you see, normally this is a tip for the text. Normally the text of TOEFL are academic text, and this is really, really important to know, because normally you have the big idea, the introduction of the idea, and then you have one paragraph explaining about one topic of the introduction. For example, in the introduction, maybe you can read something like, learning English is a really important ability that everybody we should have. So there are 4 skills that everybody should know: reading, speaking, writing, and listening. And then the next paragraph: reading is the ability. The next paragraph: listening is the ability. Writing is the ability. So first you have the introduction and the main ideas, and then you have the description of each element in the next paragraphs. And normally you have a conclusion in the end, normally. So this is really cool because you can predict the elements. If you imagine that this is like in order is introduction, paragraph, the idea 1, idea 2, conclusion, or point of view of the author. Okay.
Okay.
The next question is, in line 3, the word derived is closest in meaning to. What does derived mean in the line 3?
Line 3.
In your words. Remember to answer in your words first. What is derived?
I think the text refer, like, for example, the origin of the name.
Okay.
So,
Let's see what are the options.
origin, originate.
Originated. Very good. So it's option 2. And which, okay, so the next question, number 3, which of the following was developed earliest? Fish hook, hatchet, bow and arrow, and pottery. So here you need to practice your memory. You can practice your memory memorizing elements with the first letter, like FHBP, FHBP, fish hook, hatchet, bow and arrow, and pottery. Because if so, you don't do this. You don't go to the question and go to the text. Go to the question, go to the text. No, you memorize the options: fish hook, hatchet, bow and arrow, and pottery. And now in the text, we are going to scan until we see one of these four. When we see one of these four, that was the earliest one. Okay.
Okay.
Ready? Go. Right.
I have the answer. It's
What's the
hatchet.
answer? The hatchet. Very good. So you don't need to continue reading. You see the first thing during the first period, the first hatchet and use of fire for hitting was developed. That's it. You got the question. Okay. The next question is, which of the followings is not, careful with the is not, related to the condition of the ice age? Okay, so we have to look for one element that is not about the ice age. So what you're going to do, you're going to focus in the ice age part. Scan the ice age paragraph, the ice age part.
Okay. I am ready.
Okay, so wait. So you answer in your words. What are the elements of the ice age? Remember, before you go to the options, you answer in your words.
Okay. My God. The element is things that they can cover from the winter, the cold.
Okay,
For example, clothings. The text that said develop new tools, and they cover in caves or
very good.
shelter. Shelter
Shelter.
is refugio, no?
Exactly. Shelter is when you get cover in a house, in a cave, for example.
Okay.
Okay, so three elements now: shelter, clothing, and tools.
Tools.
Okay, now let's go to the question. Which is not related to the condition of the ice age? Farming. Is it mentioned about farming?
No.
Farming is domesticating animals.
Okay. No. 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 No.
No, it's not mentioned. Clothing.
Yes.
Yes. Living indoors.
Yes, because
Yes.
in the caves
Shelter, exactly. Using fire
is a tool, no?
is using fire because it says uh, developing new tools. It says the first hatchet and use of fire for heating and cooking. So yes, using fire is here. So farming is not related to the condition of ice age. So what we did, we don't look the option and check. Option and check. No. We answer in your words. That's quicker because
Okay.
otherwise you're going to lose time. And remember that reading section is about technique. It's not about reading everything, but it's the technique that you use. So with the question of not, like, which of the following is not a characteristic of, oh, which of the following is not an English skills of the example I say? And I have writing, speaking, listening, and I don't know, chatting. So you need to give your own answer. You check the test, you check the elements, and you give your own. Okay, the elements are this, and then you go back to the question and you check what elements are mentioned, and you will see that one is not there. Okay.
Okay.
A big mistake that we can have is that we check the option and compare to the text. Check the option and compare to the text. So do that. Okay. All right. The next one is a vocabulary word, a vocabulary exercise. The word crude in line 12 is closest in meaning to the word crude in line 12. So we don't see the option. You see, we ignore the options and we look.
Okay.
What's crude in your words?
When we don't cook the food. Good. What is pottery? Sorry. This
Okay.
is
Okay. So that's important word. Pottery is like ceramic things, like plates, dishes, cups, things that you
okay.
use to eat. That's pottery.
Like a barro.
No. Pottery is the group of the things that you use to eat, like a cup, a plate.
Okay.
That's pottery.
Okay.
So what is crude? Is something about cook? No, it's not about cook. It's
No,
not.
no, 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 no.
It's about what? Oh,
It's
maybe
like
yes.
a
In other context.
rudimentary element, for example.
Okay. Let's see. Rudimentary. Let's see which ones. Is extravagant?
No.
No.
It's maybe primitive, no?
Primitive. Well done. Yes. Primitive. So one word, and if you want, you can uh, substitute the word in the paragraph. We
Okay.
use primitive. For example, it says here. Um, I I'm going to erase this. Okay, so it's here. People made primitive pottery. It sounds good? Sounds good. So
Okay.
that's the word. Just to confirm. Then the author states that the Stone Age was so named because, remember, ignore the options. Don't look at the options. So the author states that the Stone Age was so named because, so the question is, why is the name of the Stone Age? So sometimes you have to make the question of the question, okay? Because the author states that the Stone Age was so named because, and this obligates you to look the option, no?
Yes.
Yes, so you want to know what are, but no, don't look the options.
Okay.
Remake the statement into a question. The author states that the Stone Age was so named because, so the question is, why the author say the name of the Stone Age? And
Okay.
now you have your big question. Go to the text and find why. Why is the name of the Stone Age?
Okay. Stone tools and weapons that modern scientists found.
Okay, now let's see which option is closest to that answer.
That weapons are made of stone. The B.
Very good, very good. The tools were and weapons were made of stone.
Teacher, what is the traduction of weapons? I have an idea, but I don't know.
What is
Very.
your idea? I help you to complement your idea.
I I think that is like a
You know
something
very well what weapons are.
like a tool,
The
like a some like a
weapons is what you use in Call of Duty. So your your weapons is everything you use to attack the others, attack others.
My okay.
Gun, a heavy machine gun, all, or a hammer or a knife.
Is armas? No.
Weapons, exactly. It's everything you use to cause
But,
damage to others.
okay, 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 okay.
Everything you can
Oh.
use to cause, for example, look, I have my Bible. It's a big weapon if you want. All right. So the tools and weapons were very strong. Okay, the next question. In line 17, nomadic is closest in meaning to. Again, it's a vocabulary question. We have to go to the text and look for the answer. What's nomadic according to this text? Remember, very important, according to the text, because maybe you know the answer, but you need to focus on here.
What line?
In the line 17.
Okay.
Line 17.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Nomadic. Well, it's the same. It's the same meaning that I know is when you change your house, for example, for
Okay, okay. Now let's go and see which option is closest to the one that to the idea you're saying. Right. Mhm.
primitive. Inquisitive. I think that is be Wender, but I don't know what is Wender. It's
Okay,
like
okay.
a
Well, that's
corazonada.
another tip. That's another tip. When you don't know a word, you have to eliminate answer.
I did it
Exactly.
because
That's the,
sedentary is when you are in a place. Primitive noun is I
not
don't.
related to the idea.
Inquisitive, I don't know what is exactly, but it sounds like a hail or something like that. But so
Okay. So yes, you can use the elimination technique. So
okay,
the question is in line 17, nomadin is closest in meaning. You're looking for a synonym. So if you don't see a synonym, you can see the opposite, and the opposites are not here. Sedentary, for example, is the opposite, so this is not the answer. Option C, primitive. Primitive is something that is nothing to do, like is something that is not about the text. Okay. And in the word inquisitive is talking about an examination, is an investigation, is okay.
okay, no.
So again, wondering is the correct answer. Well done, my friend.
What is wandering?
Wandering is nomadic.
It's the same, no?
Yes, for example, do you know the word wander around? Wander around. When you
No.
wander around, it's because you're walking with no direction. You're just
Okay.
like when you go to the mall. When you go to the mall, when you go to Galerías or Gran Plaza, whatever
You
mall,
only walk on.
you're only wandering. You're only wandering, meandering around. Wander is like one meander around. You're just walking with no direction, and that is nomadic. Like you are not in your place.
Okay.
Okay. So as you can see, sometimes TOEFL wants to check how well you can. It's not to know all words because that's impossible. Nobody knows all words in English or in Spanish. I don't know all the words in Spanish. Do you?
Sorry, I don't.
All the words in Spanish, and you?
No,
I don't
no.
have a good vocabulary in Spanish. My vocabulary is very limited. So
Actually, I didn't know how can I say inquisitive in Spanish.
okay, so sometimes you use other techniques to know the definition or the meaning of words. One of the things that you can use is synonyms. Other thing is breaking down the words and see and imagine, like wonder, like you are wondering. Okay, you can like try to imagine what could be the definition. This is part of
Okay.
the elimination technique. Okay, number 8. With what subject is the passage mainly concerned? With what passage with what subject is the passage mainly concerned? Again, remember, we ignore the answers. We don't see what the options are, and we look for the question in the text, or maybe you know the answer. With what subject is the passage mainly concerned? In other words, what's the most important uh, subject about the paragraph?
I think that in general the paragraph talk about Stone Age, no?
Well done, well done, well done. This question is a what's the topic of the paragraph question. When you want to know what's the topic, you don't need to read all the text. You can use the following technique. First, read the first line of the paragraph. The Stone Age was a period of history which began in approximately 2 million before Christ and lasted until 3000 before Christ. That's it. You read only the first line. And with this, you can know what's the main idea. Read the next paragraph. During the Mesolithic age, people made crude pottery at the first hook. It's describing the Mesolithic age. But the Mesolithic is one part of the Stone Age. You see?
Okay.
Here is it mentions the Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic ages. You explain the Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and the Neolithic. So in general, yes, like you said, it's about the Stone Age. And then the next paragraphs only are giving more information about the first ideas in the ideas in the first paragraph. Okay, so yes, the Stone Age is the correct answer. Well done, my friend. Which of the following best describes the Mesolithic age? Okay, again, you don't see the answers and you go and you focus on the paragraph about the Mesolithic age. And tell me what are the characteristics of the Mesolithic age?
Okay. Is when the people create the tools or the weapons to go into hunt,
Okay, okay. Now let's read.
arrow, bow.
Okay, now let's read the options and compare your idea with the options that are here.
People were inventing, were indoor, inventive, inventive. Because warrior is like when you fight with other persons. So I think that is inventive.
Yes, because it's related to invention, no? It's creating.
Yeah.
And like you said, in this age, made is creation. Made the first
Okay.
hook, the dogs hunting, develop the bow and arrow weapons. Okay, so yes, people were inventive. People stay indoors. No, people were crude. Were crude. This only because you see the word crude is not the answer. Sometimes TOEFL wants to confuse you and gives you this kind of tricks, but you're more intelligent. In line 17, the word eras is close in meaning too, so another vocabulary question. In line 17, let's go with line 17, and what is eras in your words?
Eras, okay. Okay.
In your words, what is it?
Well, eras is like a age, like a step, etapas, for example.
Like a stage, okay? So families,
No, is like is B.
periods, yes. Hertz, no, and tools, no. Sometimes we are tempted with vocabulary questions. Sometimes we are tempted to answer. You can do it, but confirm in the text, okay?
Okay.
Just confirm, okay? So you use, how do you confirm? How do you check this? You use the word periods and you substitute this in the text, like being less nomadic than in previous periods. Sounds good? Yes. So that's the word. All right. And that's it, my friend. You finish with this text. Well done. Spanish feedback, Spanish time. Muy bien, Charlie. Bueno, pues hoy en este ejercicio vimos como las preguntas pues más típicas que tenemos en un ejercicio de reading de TOEFL. Y pues bueno, me gustaría saber cuáles fueron tus sellos, qué fue lo que más te gustó, las técnicas que más te gustaron, lo que más te gustó en sí de la sesión.
De hecho, sí me gustó, me gusta mucho. Creo que son las preguntas que más, o sea, las preguntas de TOEFL que más disfruto son las de reading, porque siento que siento que me desenvuelvo un poco mejor, ¿no? No que en listening me siento bastante apabullado, así como que, ay. Entonces sí siento que lo disfruto un poco más. Me gusta eso porque yo lo que hacía es, por ejemplo, leer cierta parte, o sea, no lo leía todo, pero sí terminaba leyendo gran parte y checaba la respuesta. Entonces sí es cierto eso que te confunde, porque tú ves las respuestas y ¿cómo se llama? Y como que te, pre- te predispones a seleccionar alguna de ellas. Por ejemplo, vas y buscas alguna de las respuestas y encuentras alguna y dices, esta es. Y resulta que no, que decía lo contrario de lo que te preguntaba. Entonces te quedas como, ay, me la aplicó.
Y solo porque usa la misma palabra no siempre es la respuesta correcta, ¿no?
Ajá.
Como la de
Sí,
could.
sí, sí. Sí, luego se ve que son bien tramposos.
Sí, sí, quieren ver qué tanta técnica usas, ¿no? Y,
Ok.
y en general, un tip en general para disfrutar más tu lectura en esta parte de reading es que comiences el texto con un sentimiento de curiosidad, de querer saber un poco sobre el
¿Qué
tema.
pasa?
Son temas muy interesantes, la verdad.
Sí, la verdad, sí.
Entonces, cuando tenemos este sentimiento de, ay, ¿qué me tratará de decir? Y no un, ¿cuánto tiempo me queda para terminar el TOEFL? ¿O será que ya van a terminar? ¿O cuántas preguntas van a hacer? ¿Cuántas me faltan? Y comienzas a checar. Entonces, tus preguntas dominantes, nosotros solo podemos enfocarnos en una cosa a la vez, en general. Y que diga que no, no es cierto. Solo enfocarnos en una cosa a la vez, ¿sale? ¿En qué nos enfocamos? En nuestra pregunta dominante. Si cuando comenzamos el TOEFL, cuando comenzamos esta parte del reading, tenemos la pregunta dominante de ¿qué voy a aprender en los textos de hoy? Vamos a tener una actitud de aprendizaje, de querer saber, pero si comienza la sección con seguro que los textos van a ser bien difíciles, o son un buen de preguntas. O comenzamos con estos, solo en eso nos vamos a enfocar, ¿no?
Ok.
En general, pues esto nos ayuda a poder disfrutar diferentes actividades. Como una sesión de inglés, si nosotros entramos con una pregunta dominante de qué habilidad voy a practicar hoy, pues va a ser aún más significativo. Vas a estar durante la sesión, ahora sí que buscando ese tesoro, ese tesoro escondido durante la sesión, ¿no? Esos Easter eggs, esos huevos de Pascua que están por ahí, ¿no? Y pues bueno, así aprendemos mejor. Así en la sección de reading, cuando nosotros estemos respondiendo las preguntas, ya te fijas, no es un respondo, veo la opción y lo busco, no, sino veo la pregunta y estoy buscando por esta pregunta. Lo trato de encontrar. Utilizo dos habilidades en general, que son
Skinning y scan.
skimming and scamming, muy bien. Y las diferencias que con uno, quiero saber la idea principal del texto, como en la pregunta de ¿para qué tipo de materia es este texto? Entonces no tengo que leer todo, tengo que leer, pues ya viste la primera línea de cada párrafo, doy mi respuesta y ahí es donde a veces tenemos un error, porque lo leo y luego trato de buscar eso en las opciones y no, antes de pasar ahí, doy mi respuesta. Ok, yo creo que es esto. Ya me baso en el párrafo y esta es mi respuesta, como en las preguntas de vocabulario. Pues yo creo que se refiere más en nada como a esto y a esto. Y luego ya voy a las opciones y ahí busco
¿Cuál se
estas,
parece, no? ¿Cuál
exactamente,
la
cuál es el
similitud?
qué es lo que se parece a lo que yo ya dije, a lo que yo ya respondí previamente, ¿vale?
A la conclusión que a la que llegué, ¿no?
Es correcto, es correcto. Y así somos más seguros que cuando estamos revisando, así tenemos dos fuentes, la fuente del texto y tu propia fuente para determinar la respuesta. En comparación que solo tener la fuente del texto y tener la respuesta. No está tan fuerte como que tengas dos, ¿vale? Dos confirmaciones. Muy bien, mi Charlie.